Okay, so just a quick word about critical values. Um, Critical values are points on a graph that are either where the slope is equal to 0, and the slope equals 0 implies that the first derivative is equal to 0, or where the first derivative is undefined. Okay, so let's take a look at, I drew 4 examples here. And on the first one we can see that here at A we have a horizontal tangent, or the slope is equal to 0, that tangent line. So we have one critical value at point A. Over in the second graph you can see that we have a cusp right here. So the first derivative is undefined here. It's undefined, but notice that the derivative to the left is positive, and then when you get to the other side of this cusp it becomes negative. So this implies that the slope changes direction on the other side of this undefined point, which is at A. So A is also a critical value here, a critical point or a critical value. So here we have a critical point of A. Alright, over here, I didn't identify these, but we have, looks like one, somewhere in here we have a second, and then over here we have a third critical value or critical point. So we'll call this the origin. So we have critical points at A, we have another critical point at the origin, and then third critical value or critical point is at C, where we have this horizontal tangent right here. Okay, and the last example here, we have the absolute value function. Looks like this is probably f of x equals the absolute value of x. So you know that it forms this sharp corner right here, and to the left we have a negative slope, and to the right we have a positive slope. So what do we know at the origin here, which is where they come together? The first derivative at 0 is, you guessed it, undefined. It's undefined because it makes this sharp corner. So the limit of the derivative is not consistent to the left and to the right of here. It's negative over here and then immediately turns positive, never hits 0. So it gives us a point of undefined. So this is just another example graphically of your critical values. So remember, your critical values are not only when the derivative equals 0, but also when the first derivative is undefined. Okay, look forward in a few more videos where we can explain this a little more.